Welcome to Cherokee Day Camp, where it's fun, fun, fun. We're going to take you on a tour today so you get to see what your children can experience here at Cherokee Day Camp. We're going to ask you to use your creativity and imagination because as a camp that's been around for 35 years, with new management and new vision, we're constantly changing and trying to enhance the experience that your children can expect. Come on the tour with me. This is one of our main parking areas where parents like yourselves will drop off your children, or our buses from our transportation program will drop them off. Then they're received and greeted by our counselors and then taken to our longhouse or our bunkhouse where they can put their belongings. Come follow me on the rest of the tour. You're joining me now inside one of our main bunkhouses. The bunkhouses are where the children will place their belongings, like a backpack with what might have their towel, bathing suit, sunscreen, that sort of thing. The bunkhouses are separated by gender because of course the children have to change in here for swimming. And they would be assigned a cubby much like this one. Now, I'm sure you're tired of all of this boring talk. Let's go get into something really exciting, like our Rockwall. Here at Cherokee Day Camp, we make decisions based as parents first, camp owners and management second. That being said, we always want to have our own little campers having a great time here at Cherokee Day Camp. And with that thought process, we always want to make sure that each summer we have hot new attractions, like these rock walls. The kids can climb 24 feet up into the air. It's an exhilarating experience. They're harnessed, they're roped, and they have helmets on to keep them safe and enjoy this wonderful experience. Not only that, but you may note here we are in the height of the day, and both sides are in complete shade. That means it won't be too hot and the kids will want to use it all summer long. As a camper growing up myself, I always enjoyed, cherished, and looked forward to target practice. And of course, your children can look forward to target practice here at Cherokee Day Camp as well. Behind me is our archery range. The kids will learn how to use a bow and arrow under safety certified counselors. Not only that, but they'll also practice riflery. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's always new and challenging things for them to experience here at Cherokee Day Camp. Welcome to our Foursquare Court. This is a game where most parents don't even recognize it, yet your children most likely do. It's extremely popular on schoolyards and camps across the nation. Foursquare is an elimination game where there's one child in each square and a ball is tossed between them. It's a lot of fun, and this is where our counselors will engage them and supervise and make sure that they're having fun, fun, fun. This is one of my favorite spaces here at Cherokee Day Camp. You can see we have 10 sprawling, beautiful acres right here. It looks like an oasis dropped right in the middle of Bensalem, where your children will experience softball, baseball, flag football, soccer, all sorts of field games. We have parachutes. We have balls bigger than myself. We have all kinds of things for the children to play, frisbee, everything that you would expect your children to see at a day camp, they will see here in our beautiful 10-acre oasis. Thanks for taking a moment to join me here in the shade by our Arts and Crafts Pavilion. You know, in 2008, going into 2009, when Nick and Marlinda took over Cherokee Day Camp, they asked their daughter, Alexandra, what can we do to make the camp experience better for our campers? Well, Alexandra thought for a second. She scratched her head and said, you know, Mom, Dad, the Arts and Crafts program, well, it kind of stinks. We need to make that better, make it more fun for everybody. So Nick and Marlinda hired on new Arts and Crafts directors. They're fantastic. Now our program doesn't stink at all. It's fabulous. The kids can't wait to get to Arts and Crafts. In 2009, our campers painted this mural right here, and it runs the length of the building. Every camper had an opportunity to participate in painting this mural, and they absolutely loved it. And that's just one of many projects that the kids participated in. This particular season, 2010, there was a heavy focus on art and history. And so right next to me is one of the examples of that, our little buddy. This is our mummy case, paper mache and painted by all the children throughout the different bunks. They all had a lot of fun in their hands in enjoying this project, among many, many others. I can assure you that your child will enjoy the arts and crafts here at Cherokee. I know they will. Welcome to our big, beautiful pool area. This is where the children get to experience the sun and the fun. Let me tell you a little bit about our pools. We have two big, beautiful pools. This is a brand new pool. It was just put in last season. It goes to 6 feet deep and it's nearly zero entry. We have another pool that's similar entrance, but it goes to 9 feet deep and has a big sliding board that creates a lot of the fun, fun, fun. How do our swimming programs work, you ask? Right, because you're asking. Well, the children are evaluated the first week of camp for their swimming skills. We'll assume that all children come in with A, B, C swim skills, and our goal is for them to leave camp with X, Y, Z swimming skills. So they're grouped accordingly for however their skill level. And let me tell you a little bit about the lifeguards. The lifeguards, we have 7. They're all Red Cross CPR trained, and 5 of which are WSI, which is Water Safety Instruction. These are people that know how to teach your children how to swim. Even if you have a competitive swimmer, our head lifeguard swam states and for the University of Pitt. So we can teach even the most competitive swimmer advanced strokes. So your children will have a very wonderful experience here. We have picnic tables where they can put their towels and their sneakers. One of the things I like about where our pools are situated, whether it be by design from 35 years ago when the original pool was put in or not, it's really wonderful because this whole area happens to be tree lined. I love the fact that our campers get to have an outdoor experience, but even right now in the height of the day, the sun is just about to drop beyond the tips of the trees in the top. So are the kids being beaten by the sun all day? No, they're not. And they have nice little respite areas where it's nice and shady if they'd like to get out of the sun. And why don't our lifeguards like the trees? Well, it's not that they don't like trees, it's more that they just don't like scooping leaves out of the pools. Now we have beautiful picnic benches for the children to enjoy where they can put their towel or their sneakers or what have you and have a wonderful experience here any given afternoon. Our children will swim twice a day. The first swim in the morning is instructional, where they'll learn to increase their swimming skills, and then a second swim in the afternoon that is recreational for fun and games. If it is deemed oppressive, over 90 degrees or better, then what we'll do is we'll swap out maybe another field experience and give the children an additional swim. If it's over 100 degrees or better, then we'll swap out yet another activity and give them a 4th swim. Now, we've never had a child complain that they swam too much. Well, as you kind of may have gathered, Nick and Marlinda foster something of a culture of ideas here, and it stems from the top and goes all the way down. So whether we get an idea from a camper, from a counselor, from a parent, or any passersby for that matter, everything's entertained. Well, with that thought process and that culture, they went back to their daughter Alexandra and said, you know, what other ideas you have that could make the camp experience better for our guests? Well, she scratched her head and she thought, you know, it just doesn't seem like there was ever enough to do on rainy days. Well, thank God she did say that, because 2009, as you may recall, our first year as new camp owners and management, was the wettest summer in a decade. But we were prepared for it. And it's important to us, although our core focus is to make sure that the kids have a wonderful outdoor summer experience and the fun in the sun, we recognize that there's always going to be a rainy day here or there, and we want to make sure that that experience is a wonderful experience as well. Let me show you some of the things that we've done to make sure that your children have a fun time and exciting experiences on rainy days. Come on! Welcome to our wigwam. Now, we've told you before, we made a concentrated effort on making sure that the children have a great experience even on a rainy day. Well, here we have our high-def movie theater with surround sound. And even though the screen pops even here on a sunny day, on a cloudy, gloomy day, it really jumps off the screen. So now you can see we're still in winter mode. We still have some plastic on the windows, but when it's hot and steamy outside and the rain's coming down, this wigwam gets some great cross breezes. We can actually have up to 200 children in here watching film. Now, this is our PG theater, but we do have a G theater as well for our little campers. So no matter what, on rainy days, even your camper, big or small, are going to have an enjoyable experience. Let's go see what else we have to offer. Do you know what Gaga is? And I'm not talking about Lady Gaga. No, Gaga is a game that's famous nationwide at camps. And we have 2 wonderful Gaga courts. A Gaga court is an octagon court where we'll put in about 18 to 20 children, and we'll toss in a Nerf ball of some sort, and that's where it becomes elimination dodgeball. Now, the children will play it all day long if we allow them. However, of course, there's other things for them to do here. So we're always of the mindset that the children need to constantly be engaged. And when we mean engaged, we mean that there's something for them to be doing and hopefully not be waiting in line to do it. So once a child's eliminated from Gaga, we used to have them go over to a tetherball court. But instead, now we have something even more exciting for them to do once they leave the Gaga court. Let me show you what that is. Geronimo! I love my job. Just as in life, accidents happen. And though we do our very best to try and avoid them here at Cherokee, we know that in every situation where you're caring for people in the public, that things can happen. So we have a nurse on staff. She's here the whole time the camp's in session. So though she normally only treats bumps, bruises, and scrapes, if something really serious happens, you can feel confident knowing that we have a licensed nurse right here on staff to care for whatever happens to your child. Well, just as